Hi, this is Pat McGraw, and I wanted to walk you through our content marketing, editorial calendar, and production schedule. Um, there's as many editorial calendars and production schedules out there on the internet as there are people, but I felt that there was need for just one more. So I'll walk you through this. It's got some customization that has helped me, my team, my partners save time, my clients save time. It may be good for you, it may not be good for you, but I'll show you how to work with it. And if you decide to go with it, fantastic. As you'll see at the top of the page, got my phone number and email address if you got questions. So if you do decide to use it and somewhere down the road you got those questions, don't hesitate, give me a call or drop me an email. Let's start here at the bottom. We've got 4 tabs. Setup, which I'll get to in a little bit. That's where the customization gets in. The editorial calendar tab, content in progress, that's the production schedule, and content ideas. That's where you can have one place to store all the ideas and start putting some meat on the bone so that you can begin to put them into the production schedule. Starting off with the editorial calendar. Pretty simple, straightforward. As you can see here, the headline of whatever piece we're working on. I use and have used in other places the same people over and over again, writers, designers, producers. So it became easier to create a pull-down menu, and I'll show you how to do that. That way it's the same information all the time, and you can run searches faster and more accurately that way. So we've got a writer, producer, designer, vehicle, social media post. This will also be things like blog posts, things like that. Length, written word, as well as audio or video. We've got lengths so that we can set that. Source, we've got internal, meaning obviously we're doing it ourselves. It's new material ourselves. Curation, it's taking existing content and updating, modifying it, making it more relevant, maybe even putting it in a different format. External, we're using some help, and other is just in case. Category, we've got certain categories that we write all of our content for. This just happens to be one pull-down menu for an accounting firm that we had worked with and set this up for. But you can change that for your own categories so that you know that you are creating content for things that you have set up for SEO and keywords. Then we've got publish date, which is when it goes live in market. And then you'll notice here kickoff date and deadline. That's when the work starts on the project. This is when it's done. It's done before the publish date. You'll notice these are blue. These are automatically calculated, so you don't have to do that, enter that in here if you use the setup tab. And again, I'll show you how that can help save some time later on. Let's go to the content in progress tab. I've got a lot of the similar setups here, just in a different order because it just makes a little bit more sense. And then over here, you'll notice that the production schedule is laid out by key tasks or milestones. You type in the publish date, when it's going to be live in marketplace, and all these over here will calculate, and then the names of the steps will also populate based on what you entered in the setup tab. So really all you have to do is, let's say that first item isn't published on August 1st, but it's on October 1st. You'll notice that all of these dates will change automatically, and you'll know where it's supposed to be in the production pipeline. Last here is the content ideas. And again, a lot of the same. You write the title or the topic, what category it's going to be in, who the owner of the project is. For us, that's a little bit different than the writer, producer, designers. It could be the same team, so that may not be necessary for you. The vehicle, social media post, email, automated email campaign, newsletters. We try to put every type of content that we create in here, and the ever popular other. Length, target date where you want to kick it off is how we use this, and then any other kind of notes. So these 3 tabs right here Those are the on calendar, the editorial calendar. It's committed. You've got a scheduled date that you want it to go. Content in progress is probably 95% matched with the calendar. It's just a deeper dive on where it is in the production schedule. But you may have some content in progress that you haven't firmed up a published date yet. So you may have some items like that in there. And these are items that are still being talked about here in those last content ideas tab, but they haven't gone into production. So they wouldn't be in the production content in progress tab. All right, so let's go back here real quick and do the setup. Now remember, before I go there, writer, producer, vehicle, length, these were all pull down menus. You can see the little tab. So what we set up here for each of the tabs, here's the calendar one. For writer producer, we typed in the names of the people that fall in that category. For vehicle, we listed them all out. And when you get this, you're going to notice a couple of these have some comments in here that'll help explain what we use it for. May be relevant for you and work perfectly. You may want to change it and customize it a little bit. But at any rate, you type these in, writer, producer, boom. If you happen to have more and you go down to here, I'll show you how to change it. If you have less, I'll show you how to change it as well. So calendar tab, writer, producer, we go there, writer, producer, start in the first line, go to data, go over here to data validation, click on that. You'll have a list that usually is set at any value. Pick list, and then click on this. You go back here and you just drag over the area. So if you want more, you do that. If you want less, you do that. That's where we are. Boom, boom, and there it goes. So you can set that up for all the variable tabs that have the pull down menus, all the lists. And then on the content in progress, what we did here was starting off with the publish date, we listed all the steps in order. Well, we have to kick it off, we'd have to have concepts presented, there'd be feedback on the concepts, there'd be modified concepts presented, there'd be concepts approved with comments, round one review, round one comments, round two review, final changes made, boom. You may have only one round. You may have multiple rounds. You may have additional steps. You can just type them in here. And then in this column, what you do is the number of days that phase should start. So kickoff and concept development, we have the meeting on Monday, and they've got 5 days from there to come up with concepts that they'll present on the next business day. And what you'll see here is just how it works. October 1st, the dates change. That means you're going to want to kick it off on the 4th, 5 days later on the 9th. Now you see here that that's a Sunday. The rule of thumb that we've got when we use this is if it's a Sunday, you bump it to Monday. If it's a Saturday, you bump it to Friday. And then you make the changes all the way down there. Hope that helps. I think that's everything that's here. If you've got any questions, though, again, you got my email address and my phone number up on top. Don't hesitate. Reach out and give me a call or drop me a line.